Hey y'all, Secret Fans. I feel called to do this video, so I'm going to. I watched a series with someone and we were not seeing eye to eye on this tarot card. And the tarot card is the Tower. And they believe that the tarot card in reverse is a good sign. And that the tarot card upright is a bad sign. And I was like, listen, I don't subscribe to what you're saying, because I feel that the tower upright can actually be a good sign, and that the tower in reverse can actually be a bad sign. The tower in reverse symbolizes transformation. It also says that whatever is being transformed is there to stay. And with stuff being ambiguous like that, it doesn't always mean that it's a good thing. A lot of people interpret it as that, but that's not always the case. And I believe against the latter. Also, I believe that the tower upright can and does sometimes signify chaos and endings and things of that nature. But with the endings coming down as a tower depicted in the original artwork, the illustration, it was built on a faulty foundation to begin with. And with that being dismantled, and I understand, because I definitely have issues with this even now, with shit not working out, getting upset, angry, wanting to fight somebody, wanting to just get really angry. And some people might even cry, you know. I so get that, because it's like, what the actual fuck? Once you get past all of that, it actually was not for stagnation. It was for moving along the stagnation or the blockage. Also, sometimes with it being that, it also could mean that good things, good towers are falling into your life. And a good tower falling into your life is like, you were celibate for years, but then you meet a guy that you connect with. Tower, you know, that's still a tower. It's still falling down, you know. Or I don't know, you started a business with your romantic partner and you guys went bankrupt. A tower, bad. Well, yeah, bad that you went bankrupt, but now you're not tied to that thing with that person anymore. That entity doesn't exist anymore. You don't have any connection or um, obligation to that person anymore. And maybe in some weird, twisted way, because the universe be doing shit, and it be in a weird, twisted way that makes no sense to us. Anyway, the universe is freeing you from that person, because maybe you're stubborn and you just wouldn't leave, or maybe you felt obligated to keep things going, or maybe this was how you got your coin, you know? With that happening, now you have no other option but to move on. And with that comes a lot of sorrow and pain and starting over. But with the starting over, you have the ability to make it what you want to make it. Unlike the tower in reverse, it's transformed and now it is what it is. It is what it is. And I think that that's something that people don't really look into when they're not into tarot deep like that. And I'm really not into tarot in the sense of using the cards. Of course, I know what the cards mean, and of course, you know, we all have our interpretations, but it's something that's really like connected to people and their intuitions and is used as divination that should be treated very seriously and should be used with someone who is in the right mindset and of someone who does not have malicious intentions, because those type of tools can be used for either way but have repercussions that can be unforeseen, because it's universal law that you can put the energy out there to the universe, but you do not control how it comes back. And it has to come back. Energy, this is even just 3D type of thing. You know, just like science, how physics work, you know how it works. Energy can't be destroyed. And with energy never being destroyed means that it's circulating. And the only thing you can do with that energy is either transform it into something else. And we don't get to choose how we transform that energy that we send out. After it's been sent out. So that's, I'm just like, y'all really need to be very serious in your intentions and understand completely what's going on when people do stuff like that. Because crazy shit be happening. Crazy shit be happening. And I'm just like, nope, 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 nope. It really do. And then people be like, oh, some weird circumstances happened, and I'm like, sure. If that's what will help you, let's say it's a weird circumstance, but we all know it's not. But maybe you don't know, because it's also a thing too that really I feel like is a hindrance, but also protection. Not a lot of people truly understand or will ever understand the type of role the spirituality and magic has on the universe. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. It's just like to also the guy. I don't know why I'm called to say this, but I guess I'm just going to anyway. The guy who's falling out of the tower card. We see him falling out of the tower card. Like, he's falling out of the tower. I don't think anyone ever, from my understanding of all my years of being on my journey, like almost a decade, I'm being dead ass, almost a decade. No one's ever talked about what he lands on. Everybody always mentions that he's falling. No one ever mentions what he lands on. And what if he got ejected, What if he jumped out? What if he landed on, a field of flowers or some really extra soft grass? Because it's better to land on grass than it is to land on concrete. You know what I mean? It's like that way in life too. You're falling. You know where you're gonna fall. And no one's gonna tell you. Just like the tarot readers. They don't tell you. They just say that he's falling. No one ever addresses what he falls onto. Do you know what I mean? It's the same for the Fool card. No, he's in the traditional tarot walking off the ledge. You know what I mean? And everybody always talks about how, oh, it's supposed to symbolize leap of faith. But no one says again where he's falling. We assume that he did fall and that he didn't just was like, oh, I almost fall. And then, he just walked away, you know what I mean? And if he did fall, then where would he fall? You know what I mean? And as you can see in the traditional tarot card, as he's falling, I want to say that there's a plot of grass that's literally right off the side in the corner. But I'm not certain. I think some of them have it, some of them don't. But it's just like, you feel shit is crazy, but you fell on solid ground. You're not forever falling. Think about that. Think about that. You're not forever falling. It kind of reminds me of the African saying, where I stand on solid ground. Which means shit happened, shit keeps happening. But where I am now, It's good. I'm good. And David Archuleta says it in his song. I can't remember what the name is. I think it's Up All Night. But it's like, he says, nowhere else I would rather be. No greater gift than what you've given me. He said, where I stand on solid ground. And that's some true ass shit. And when you first hear it, you're like, oh, that sounds really deep. But then when you really understand, you're like, that's some profound ass shit. You were like, he was giving me the cheat codes the whole time. He was giving me the cheat codes the whole time. Mm-hmm. 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 It be so like that sometimes. People say things to you sometimes and you think you're listening, you think you're hearing, you think you're understanding. And then something happens, or I don't know, maybe you just wake up and you have an epiphany, I don't know. Either way, you come back to it with a different perspective and a deeper understanding. And then you're like, oh my fucking gosh. Holy fucking shit. It was right in my face the whole time. It really be something else. You really be like, the fuck just happened to yourself? But then it's just like that other saying, you don't know until you know. And how are you supposed to know if you don't know? I know it feels rambly, I know it does. And it might to some people who may feel that all the information is not connected, or the video is too long, or whatever reason. But it really only just serves to prove my point. It'll click for you when it's meant to click for you. So the duration and how scattered you think my video isn't the issue. It's just also like, I have no control, and I don't want any control over how things are perceived that I put out there. Once the art is created, or a vice or whatever it is created with the intention of another person in mind, you've already lost to how they're going to perceive it. You have no control over that. I feel like once people really resonate with that, I think it'll help a lot of people. So yeah, there's my I don't know if I want to be channeled, but my video that I was called to do for you guys. I do want to say that I apologize for being away and not uploading as frequently as possible. But from the very beginning, which I'm very certain I did mention, my channel was never supposed to be a scheduled program thing. It was always supposed to just be a source of inspiration and or help to those who need it whenever they need it. But I know too, as me being a consumer, that when you have something you like and it's not readily available for you anytime you need it, you do feel a certain level of anxiousness, and I wouldn't say betrayal because I don't feel like there is any betrayal, but you do feel a certain level of anxiousness and disheartenment because it's something you really like and you're like, you know, dang it, how come I just can't have shit I like? And I understand that, I do, and I apologize for that, but I don't apologize for doing it at my pace and with the intention that I have for my videos and for my channel. Okay, I'll talk to you later, secret fans.